Ooh, it's been a sec since I've done that.
It burns.
I let it sit out for 30 minutes, and it's still fucking ice cold. What the fuck?
Here's the thing, Skinny.
I fucking spilled a big amount, I'll be honest.
Bush heavy, dude. Bush heavy is not good.
You shotgun the worst things. No wonder why you barely drink during the episode. Your
What do you
stomach
mean, shotgun worst thing? I'm shotgunning Bush lattes?
skunk beers. You're drinking skunk beers, then Bush head like you just like to do the wrong things so that you're like
I like the pain.
yeah.
Bush heavy is a bold move. You got to go a little lighter. I feel.
Then
like.
you barely drink the rest of the episode.
You know,
I wonder how many times I had to cheers at the end of a podcast by myself because you're stop drinking.
Our fans would have to make it to the end of the podcast in order for them to call me out on that.
Oh,
You
fuck.
You think you're slick. Welcome back to another fantabulous episode of Two Drunk Guys in a Football Podcast. I'm your co-host, Marcus the Hammer Mary.
And I am your other co-host, Skinny Domestic. And today we have a guest. We got Gage. He's been on the podcast before.
Let's go.
A couple times, actually.
Yeah, was it an episode last year? Then you joined in during
He was on draft day.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
on the
draft,
draft
yeah.
for a little bit. Yeah,
hopped
that's
on during the
Fantasy
draft.
And we had an episode with him. So this is the fourth time, dude.
Yeah,
Yep. Let's go.
making appearances.
Happy to be on. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
Well, we have a good episode. Not a whole lot going on because it's the week before the Super Bowl, so it's the most dead period of the football world besides some of the off season. We have some news, of course. Our bad betting, which is the one game for the Super Bowl. Our happy hour conversations, and then we'll do our pick'ems, whatever leads into this. No idea what this episode gonna really entail because it's pretty much we're just gonna fill in the blanks. Which basically the whole episode is a blank at this point, and we'll make magic.
Let's do it.
So Marcus,
You're gonna have to go. You're gonna start with the news because the only thing that I had that I saw was what we'll talk about later on, but it's not news necessarily.
okay. Well, like a good podcast host, I have news like always. Of course, I write everything down. First one is Micah Hyde is retiring after 12 NFL seasons.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Actually, that's kind of crazy. Who was he even playing on a team this year? Last time I knew he was on Buffalo. I mean, obviously, longtime Packer. But
Yeah, I could have.
He might have been on a bench somewhere.
I liked Micah Hyde once he was playing for the Packers. He's a good DB, man.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, it's kind of.
Yeah, he didn't play last year.
He didn't.
Nope. Played 14 games in 2023 and then did not play last year.
Didn't play last year. Interesting.
One of those names that you kind of were shocked not to see, I guess, get picked up at any point in time.
Yeah, I'm surprised he was just. Huh.
He's
Who
good.
Who did he play for that whole time?
Buffalo after you guys.
That was Buffalo that whole
Yeah.
season.
Yeah, played
Okay,
for
that
Buffalo.
makes
I think he played for Buffalo and you guys in period. I don't know if he went anywhere else.
He played from Buffalo.
Okay.
He played for Buffalo for like 5 or 6 seasons.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
he's
guess
on the
I didn't realize he stayed there this whole 6 years. Interesting.
Yeah. I don't think he did anything else there. So he'll be retiring. I imagine that's probably because last year nobody called him. So he's probably like, well, I guess I'll just hang it up. Raiders hire offensive coordinator Chip Kelly. Well, I guess hire Chip Kelly as their offensive coordinator.
What the fuck?
Interesting.
I did not see
Dude.
that. Oh my god, dude. I did not see that at all. That's crazy, dude. Who the hell thought it'd be a good idea to bring Chip Kelly back in the NFL?
Dude, you know, Tom Brady is making the impacts on some of these decisions.
Tom Brady's fucking stupid, dude.
He just
fucking Kelly?
He just won a championship with Ohio State as the offensive coordinator.
That's crazy. That's cool. No one gives a fucking shit.
No. Chip Kelly as a head coach, god awful. It's just like Arthur Smith or those guys. Terrible head coaches, but
he was good in Oregon
as a head coach.
As a head coach in Oregon.
Yeah, and then he just won a championship with Ohio State as their offensive coordinator. So, as an offensive coordinator, I think he'll be fine. If it's gonna be the all right, we're running the average snap is within like 20 seconds of the game clock or whatever, and you run triple amount of plays oh man, dude, I fucking hated those years with the Eagles. I thought it, as an Oregon fan, I'm like, all right, it might work out, and then I knew the offense, like the speed was not going to translate well. And that sucked so much.
What Chip Kelly era Eagles was so fucking funny, dude.
Watching him snap the ball with like 20 seconds left on the play clock, every snap, it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, like Ryan Matthews is in there, like, we're going to trade away LaShawn McCoy, who still had a lot of juice left in him, I want to say.
Yeah.
He's still a couple 1,000-yard seasons left in him. Trade him and fucking act like Ryan Matthews is going to take you to the promised land and Sam Bradford, and then fucking
trade Deshaun Jackson.
Receiver. Matthews #1.
Chip Kelly set the Eagles back a few years.
Who's the other receiver you guys had too that was decent? I know you had Brett Selleck, but what the other receiver? Fuck, what was his name? I can't think of him. He was decent. He wasn't like great, but he was good for a couple years. You got to know who he is. There's Deshaun Jackson, the fucking other one. Mm-hmm. Look up 2011 Eagles wide receivers. Just trust the process, dog. I know what I'm talking about.
2011. I played the shit out of a
are you talking about? Well, I mean, we have Jeremy Maclin.
Jeremy Maclin.
Jeremy Maclin.
Jason Avant.
Not Jason Avant.
You were thinking Jeremy Maclin.
Jeremy Maclin, yeah. Jason Avant was solid though.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, they both were solid. With Michael Vick, dude.
Yeah, Mike Vick, dude.
Oh, fucking Chip Kelly, I swear.
I can't believe he's back in the NFL, man. I never thought he'd be back in.
Making the return. Hey, how old is that guy?
60s.
Yeah, he's up there.
Chip
Kelly.
Yeah, Chip Kelly.
61.
But he's running just 61. He's just running offense.
Yeah, he's just going to be an offense.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so yeah.
Well, and then you got his brother, Brian, who doing some weird things down in LSU.
Yeah.
As long as Chip's introduction video is not as ridiculous as Brian's was with LSU and all that stuff, we're okay. Eric Bieniemy is back in the NFL as the running backs coach for the Bears. So
I feel so bad for Eric Bieniemy though, because I actually think he'd be a decent head coach. He'd be like old school.
Well, and he took a downgrade.
He did take a downgrade. He was an offensive coordinator for the Chiefs, and I thought he did a good job. They really have not been as good since he left.
Yeah.
To be completely honest, they were really, like, Patrick Mahomes was buzzing. Eric Bieniemy used to be Adrian Peterson's running back coach too, I believe.
So basically, DeAndre Swift is going to go for 1,800 rushing yards next season?
Oh, for sure. For sure.
1,800 rushing yards and like 24 touchdowns?
Yeah, he's going to put on his prime AP, dude. He's going to run through the fucking Packers, Lions, and Vikings like a motherfucker, dude.
Ron Rivera, I don't know what he's going there for, but he made a tweet or something about he's heading back to University of California.
Interesting.
So either a coach or whatever he's going to be doing there. Didn't really look into it besides what I saw. So he's back, after taking time off of being the Commanders. There, what we were just talking about before the podcast started, the Rams will have the first ever Australia game in 2026, which I said the Eagles are probably going to play them just because our left tackle's from Australia. I think that they'd probably do that just for a familiar name that people would know in Australia because he was a big rugby guy there. So I'm going to assume.
Sense.
I'd assume.
Yeah. Kind of interesting to see the NFL go more international. At first, I was kind of annoyed by it because they had that game, like the Packers played in wherever this season at the very beginning.
Brazil, yeah.
Brazil, and I was like, that's kind of weird, but I get you're trying to expand the sport more international, so Australia's probably a good place to do it.
8 a.m. football game, man.
Yeah, that's the only thing. I was like, I'm not gonna wake.
I don't know. I'm fine with it because then we get football pretty much all day, like literally
that's
all
true.
day.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
I will take football all day.
That's fair.
Because my normal Sundays are I'll wake up and I'll put on like Premier League soccer, which I'm not going to say no to. I'll still watch Premier League soccer, but I'd much rather watch. Even if it's the Jaguars in London, I'd rather watch that.
So, question: when are you watching the most football? Like from week 1 to when do you feel like it kind of tapers off for you, where you're kind of like, okay, like NFL at least?
It's the same.
All year.
I watch,
Really?
yeah, every Thursday, Monday, Sunday night game I have on, and then the afternoon games. Like I am watching football. Like I'll be at a kid's birthday party and my phone's up with something on for football. Like I make sure I watch football at all times, especially primarily because we do this podcast. And then Saturdays, I'm doing the same shit with college football. My weekends during the fall are pretty much I'm watching football. Even if I got to mow the lawn, I'm throwing football on and I'll listen to it while I'm mowing the lawn. Or football. Well, when we do a podcast, I primarily do it for the podcast.
Do you? See, you can get it all in there. So like once I have probably until week 14 after the fantasy playoffs are over, my football goes down to like Vikings and I'll watch big games. And then I'll like sit there and look at the like games afterwards and see, oh shit, this team just got fucking smoked or something like that, and kind of watch some highlights. But I cannot. After that, I get so fatigued after fantasy because I put so much time and energy into that kind of stuff. It's like I'm looking at stuff. I'm like, fuck, like, oh, I need to pick up this player because this player got hurt, and like doing all that. I get so fatigued, and then I'm like, okay, fuck it. I'm gonna watch the Vikings and enjoy it for what it is. Then the playoffs, like I'll fall around, watch a couple playoff games, but I'm not like, well, I don't have to watch them. You know what I mean? Kind of jump around, but yeah.
That's fair. I always fall into like I don't know, like, well, it depends how my team's doing, obviously, but like, I don't know, for some reason, always like halfway through the season, I'm like, I got other things to do, Yeah. And then like I come back, I'm like, oh shit, we're going in the playoffs. All right, I should probably start watching these last couple games, but I mean, I got a lucky pair of boxers I wear every fucking time we play and stuff, so I feel like if I'm not watching at least the Packers play, then they're not going to do good. So I got to be there to like give that support.
Sure.
But I check out other games, like, just like here and there. Or, like I'll pop them on in the background, but I'm not quite as invested in some of the other. Like I'm not going to go sit down and watch a fucking Minnesota game, like, But I might pop on, the Commanders or something just for the fun of it. But
yeah, dude. Fucking scary Terry, huh, Skinny?
Yeah, dude. I pretty much Courtney hates football season.
Oh, so does Brooke.
Well, and then and then I'm a big basketball. Like I would say, I love basketball more than I love football, but because I don't have a basketball podcast, and like not many of my more of my friends are into football than they are to they pay attention to basketball, but they just aren't in it. Like Marcus is a diehard football fan, and I am too, so it's easier to get involved with that than try to have conversations about NBA, which I can do with certain people, but it's just not as good, I guess. But I love basketball way more than I love football, and I'm a Boston Celtics fan. They just won a championship. I should be watching every game that I possibly can. All this, paying attention. I don't start paying attention to them until pretty much after the Super Bowl. The last 2 years with doing this, I pretty much just have completely stopped caring about basketball until almost until after the Super Bowl, and then I'm instant switch into all right, fully invested into basketball. I try to keep up with things that have happened up until then, but I have no idea what the Celtics record is. I have no idea. I'll throw on some of their games every now and then that are on TNT or whatever on Max and stuff. But I could tell you who I'm going to assume Jason Tatum's our best scorer right now, but like and things like that. But I couldn't tell you any really good stats or their record or if they're second, third, fourth, or fifth in the East right now. Couldn't tell you that.
Well, think about it too. Football takes so many months out of the year because like we're gonna be done with this. We'll have a solid fucking month of nothing, and then free agency starts. So then we'll have to do a fucking free agency podcast, after a summary of that, and then after that you get another month, and then it's April. And by the time April's over, you have the draft, and you're like, okay. But then you're starting to get hyped. Like, you're thinking about, okay, rosters are damn near set. You're like, fuck, dude. Like, it's fantasy time. It's time to do that really, really preseason research on players and look at what positions they have, what you're going to do. Then we'll do in June, we'll do our dynasty draft. And then after that, you start getting the draft season. You get in July, August, and then it's football again. So it takes up a lot of time, dude. There's a lot to it.
Yeah, I feel like football is a little easier to keep up with, though. Like other sport, like basketball, I feel like there's like a lot of games to pay attention to. And like I started watching baseball because I'm out in Atlanta. Let's fucking go, the Braves, baby. Let's go. So I started getting into So I started getting into baseball. There's like 3 or 4 baseball games. Like the Braves play like 2 or 3 times a week, and I'm like, how am I supposed to keep up with baseball? Where football, it's like, okay, my team's playing like once a week. But like some of the other sports, I play too much where I'm like, I can't keep up with all this. But it is what it is. That's why I like football. It's a little easier to tell the lady, hey, Sunday, that's my day. I'm watching football, I don't have to say, hey, I need 3 or 4 days out of the week to watch this.
Yeah. Courtney is not a fan of that. Well, and then I've been, and then like the last couple of years, I've been getting into like soccer and primarily Premier League a lot. Well, then you have Premier League. Well, then you have those same teams play in like the Europa League and the then you have two games a week sometimes during those times, and it's like trying to catch all that. And some games are at 6:30. It's like, do you want to wake up at 6:30 and watch? And I just try to be I'm a sports fan in general. I try to enjoy a lot of sports.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't blame Courtney though either, because think about it, Skinny. You watch college football, so that's on Saturdays, and what, don't they have them sometimes on Fridays or Thursdays or some shit like that?
Yeah, Friday, like smaller games that I may not watch depending on who it is.
In NFL, you have that Monday, Thursday, Friday, and then after a while it gets Saturdays and or Monday, Thursday,
then days
Sunday,
of the week because
Saturday,
of Christmas
Fridays,
and shit now and Black Friday.
Yeah, that's true.
And then on top of that, we play flag football. So we have a solid 2 months, Skinny, where we're probably doing football. At least me. I know you don't play Tuesday night leagues, but we're doing football Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. So there's 2 days that we're not doing something football related.
We film on Wednesdays.
Yeah, we film. One day we have Friday free. No, we don't. We don't do.
And then when basketball season starts, they play games every day. It doesn't matter. So then if I watch any of their games,
That's crazy.
I'm just happy that my wife loves me. All right, she loves me.
I
love her.
You got a good woman.
Hey, I had to set it straight. This is how it's going to be for the rest of our lives. As long as there's sports, it's going to be like this. I will have them on at some capacity. Monday nights, I've been putting on Raw now because there's nothing on Monday nights. So Monday Night Raw. Just watched a Royal Rumble this last weekend, just trying to get some type of sports action in my system.
It's not the same, Skinny. It's never going to be the same, dude.
No, dude, I'm trying to get the kids into that wrestling, because I was a big fan
Some
of it.
wrestling, dude. You got to get them. You got to get them some freaking action figures, man. Back in the day.
Yeah. Well, for their birthday last year, Alonzo got him this jump thing that was inflatable, and they would basically it was just an inflatable. Get in there and just throw each other up against the wall. Basically, nice a perfect little ring thing for them. And then it finally popped, but yeah, they loved it. The next 2 sets of news are trade related. Rams advised Cooper Kupp that they'd be working with him on getting him traded to where he wants to go. No idea where he wants to go, but Steelers, Patriots, Commanders are the top 3 teams that I think he'd have a good fit at. If he wants another contender, probably the Steelers or Commanders I don't think the Patriots are going to be a contender anytime soon. But.
Do you think the Commanders are going to repeat though? It almost feels like one of those teams that need a couple more years to be legitimate, but kind of are heavy hitters. You know what I mean?
I think it all depends on. I mean, they're going to be a contender next year in the NFC with how weak you can say the NFC is. I think they'll still be a 8+ win team, and as long as you usually hit about 9 or 10 wins, you're going to make the playoffs. You add. I mean, they just need another wide receiver when your next best is Noah Brown, and you're relying on
to do stuff with that defense. But yeah.
I mean, they very well could go and still be a contender.
Yeah. They need a couple players, and they need a better name. Their name sounds like a you remember 2K, like back in the day when 2K made it, like football games. And they had made up Commanders or it sounds like that.
Stars,
it's not a serious team. I like the Commanders. I like what they did this year, but you got to have a better name than the Commanders. So until they get that name, they're never going to be a contender.
You want to go back to Redskins? There's a huge push towards that too.
My neighbor right across the street flies a Redskins flag still. So I don't know. Bring it
really.
back. He's with the old school Redskins flag. So they just need a better name. I don't know. I just can't take them too seriously until it needs to sound more NFL name like.
They could have been I really liked over the Commanders. I liked the Generals or the Admirals more than those. But I really wanted.
Why did they do the Hogs?
Yeah, I know the Red Hogs. I wanted them to be the Red Hogs.
The Red Hogs would have made sense.
I don't know why they didn't do it.
Red Hogs. I'm talking about Hogs.
Oh well, they're
Red
back
Hogs.
in the day, they used to call their offensive line back in the day in the fucking Joe Theismann era. They called them the Hogs. Why would you not do something that? Yeah,
but their colors are red, so they were going to do the red. The Red Hogs was their option, one of their options.
Oh, interesting.
So
I mean that would have been cool, but Commanders is here. No, it's such a stupid name.
Well, and it's almost
logo is stupid.
It's almost like a Patriot.
Yeah, it just sounds generic.
In terms of you think of Commander in Chief, or you think of a Patriot like George Washington wearing his blue coat, while we got that with the Patriots.
Look at their logo; it's just Commanders. You know what I mean?
There's no.
Well, it's kind of like the Utah team now, the hockey team, where they're the Phoenix. Were they the Coyotes? They were gonna build a new stadium, couldn't get the money, couldn't get the thing approved or whatever to build a new stadium. So then people in Utah bought the team, and then they called them the Utah Hockey Club until they could get a name, which people are, Utah Yeti, Utah Frost, just all this other stuff, Mammoth, all this, and then they still were we're not going to name our team yet, and then now they're going back and doing another fan thing. So I think right now the Utah Mammoth is their up front winner, potentially going to win, but who knows? They could still just keep Utah Hockey Club for now, Are they going to go and choose some random ass name that aren't even the Yeti, Mammoth, or Frost or something, and make it some stupid shit?
Yeah. The Commanders should. The Washington football team was cooler than the Commanders. I'll say that. So.
Yeah, I agree. Actually. It's kind of dumb what they did with that, and it's funny because they did it. It was some, politically correct stuff that the reason why they did it. But the thing is people it's funny because there's a lot of push for people that are Native American that are this was a very special chief to our culture and stuff like that. So why'd you take that away? We like that name, that honors us, not the other way around.
The wrong people complained.
Yeah, the wrong people complained for sure.
Which usually how it goes.
It is 100% usually how it goes.
But yeah, Cooper Kupp, see what happens. If they're willing to work with him, they're not just going to trade him to whoever. And
it's a win now team is what he needs to go to, because he doesn't have a lot of years.
Yeah, what is he? 31, 32? He's up there in age. He's been, maybe not long term injuries, but he's continues to have injuries that might miss a game or two. And then the next one is Myles Garrett requests a trade out of Cleveland. He is ready to go to a contender. That Browns organization signing Deshaun Watson has not ended well. They've been a playoff team the last couple of years, made the playoffs last year, but they're still a poverty franchise. It's like nothing's turning around for them. And now you're going to lose the one thing you had going for you.
They should have never got rid of Baker Mayfield. That was the worst decision that team made.
Yeah.
So he requests a trade. He wants to go to a contender, which Bills, Lions, Commanders, Packers. I mean, those are 4 straight contenders that could have help with the pass rush. Packers didn't really have a pass rush. Commanders can always increase their front line. The Bills didn't really have much of a pass rush, and the Lions, outside of Hutchinson, didn't have a pass rush. So
they have so much cap options.
Yeah, that's gonna be That's gonna be the
Eagle watch,
dude. There's no fucking way we could. The only way we could afford him is if we traded away like AJ Brown, which could be a possibility. If we don't win the Super Bowl, his time in Philly might be done.
See, here's the thing: we could afford him right now.
But do you think he wants to go to Minnesota when they don't like? Would you consider Minnesota a contender with an unknown JJ coming in to be quarterback?
Yeah, I think if we could do it, Sam Darnold, I think JJ McCarthy could do it. I actually genuinely think watching how Kevin O'Connell did it with Sam Darnold, I actually believe in JJ McCarthy. Not because of JJ McCarthy, more because I think O'Connell can get the best out of quarterbacks. Because the Sam Darnold thing, regardless of it, I knew he was a fraud, and I knew he wasn't like, oh, new and improved Sam Darnold. But he was playing good football because I think Kevin O'Connell can get the best out of quarterbacks. I mean, he did it with what's his face, Josh Dobbs, the Dobbernaut dude.
Yeah,
that's fair.
And he had a couple good games. I think Kevin O'Connell is a quarterback whisperer, so I do think that he'll get the best out of him. And we might get someone in free agency. I don't think that what's his face is going to be back with us though. I really don't.
Sam Darnold. After the season he had, he has every right to want to make starter money and go be a starter somewhere. I just don't think many teams are gonna bite the bullet on it.
You never know, though.
I know, but even then,
there's not very many quarterback needy teams. We're kind of in a weird part of the NFL where like every team kind of has a decent enough quarterback, and the teams that are really quarterback needy have picks that aren't. They don't have picks. They have picks in like the top 3. You know what I mean? Like the Giants.
So they can go and get a quarterback they want potentially.
Yeah, the Giants and the Titans are the easiest.
Or you're the Browns where you can go draft a quarterback and you need the cap space because your other quarterback's making a fuck ton of money.
A ton. Yeah.
Bright side, if you lose Myles Garrett, you open some cap space there again.
That's true.
I was kind of shocked to see this. I get like I get the whole point is to win the Super Bowl and be on a winning team and everything, but Myles Garrett's like one of those guys you just feel like is gonna stay with it. Like he was on the team during some of the worst seasons they've ever had, and
yeah, that's true.
And kept quiet and stayed with it. So just very kind of shocking just to see. Kind of one of those guys I feel like would have just played his career there. I mean, another team that could come in play is the Chargers. They, Max Older, Bosa's been hurt. Try to move away from those two. You bring in a Myles Garrett instead. There's so many options that could go to play here. It's just you're probably looking at a first and second round draft pick. Is my guess for Myles Garrett, maybe more.
Maybe first.
Yeah, maybe first.
Yeah, he's pretty damn good.
Yeah. This offseason is going to be so much fun. I was looking at all the potential available wide receivers.
T. Higgins,
Chris Godwin, Keenan Allen. Cooper Kupp now. Then you have, who else was it? There was like 7 decently good wide receivers that could either hit the market or will be on the market.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just going to be sad when the Commanders take one of them and become a legit threat offensively. Last news of last week was the Pro Bowl happened. I only watched part of the Sunday part of the Pro Bowl. I didn't really watch much of it, but I just tuned in to just kind of see what was going on. The NFC won the Pro Bowl for the third row in the year, 76-63, just because of how they do all their point systems now, where you get points for the skills challenges and all that shit, and then you add that to the flag football game. And Jared Goff and Byron Murphy were the Super Bowl MVPs, or the Pro Bowl MVPs. Sorry. I don't like the Pro Bowl system. Like, doing how they broke it up, I'm sort of okay with. I get players don't want to play, risk injury. I'd much rather watch a game that people actually cared about. And like how you get some of those people in the Pro Bowl, not a big fan for. But like some of those skill challenges, I do enjoy watching. I like seeing just some of the, more one-on-one things that happen in the Pro Bowl. But it's not something that I'm tuning into. I gotta watch every second of this.
Yeah.
But there's no right answer. The NBA has changed their format for the All-Star Week like 3 times now. I still think they need to do an All-Star Week over a Pro Bowl, like how the NBA does it. Middle of the season, give everybody a bye. Do that.
They should do the worst 2 teams play for the first overall pick.
That would be fucking
That'd
awesome.
actually be pretty
That
cool.
would be awesome too.
Yeah, the Pro Bowl feels, I don't know. Yeah, I tried to watch a little bit of it, but it's just like two-hand touch football. It's just, I don't know, not very exciting. They need something to I don't know, incentive.
Yeah.
Have an incentive of some sort.
And like Marcus and I play flag football. We know what works. Dump
Yeah,
off.
you can make it interesting.
Dump off to your short pass game. You'll have the occasional deep ball.
Yep.
That's literally all it is in the NFL games. Is you have the occasional deep ball, or you're super athletic and can run, and people can't grab your flag. Like, there's nothing really exciting about it on an NFL level with these athletes.
Yeah, that's true.
And when you get guys like, who was it? Drake May was like a fill-in reserve Pro Bowl guy or something.
Yeah, something
like
that.
you get, or what was it? A couple of years ago, the Ravens guy, Huntley. Was it Huntley?
Brett Huntley.
Yeah,
Brett
where
Huntley.
he got into the Pro Bowl.
The one that you say is terrible. That was playing for them. He's a Pro Bowler.
Was it? Who was it? Was it him or was it Tyler Huntley?
Tyler Huntley.
Hold on.
Oh, Tyler or Brett? I like Brett Huntley.
Tyler Huntley. He was a Pro Bowler. He was a Pro Bowler. He went.
Hey, that's
he made the Pro Bowl going 2-2 in 4 games. He had 658 passing yards and 2 touchdowns.
Skinny. That's the guy that played for the Dolphins this year, right?
Yes.
You're over here
Well,
telling me he's a Pro Bowl caliber quarterback.
Shut the fuck up.
He's trash,
Shut
and
the
you're telling me
fuck.
Tyreek Hill is that good?
The fuck up.
Pro Bowl caliber quarterback?
The fuck up.
You're so fucking dumb, dude.
Shut the fuck up.
Pro Bowl caliber quarterback went to the Pro Bowl.
Imagine being a guy that played the full season and you lose to the Pro Bowl spot to a guy that played 4 fucking games and had 2 passing touchdowns and 3 interceptions. 3 fucking interceptions.
Tyreek Hill couldn't make it happen with a Pro Bowl caliber.
The fuck up. Oh fuck. Pro Bowl. He has 11 touchdowns and 10 career interceptions. Like, oh man. Yeah.
Better than any quarterback we had in high school. So.
I mean, if you're making the NFL, you're at least doing something right, I guess.
You got to be good at something. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, the Pro Bowl is a joke, man. There hasn't been a good Pro Bowl since we were fucking kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring me back to the day where people are getting their head rocked and shit.
I think
Yeah,
they
I want a
Pro
real
Bowl in
game.
2011, dude. I think they said that was the hardest hitting Pro Bowl in years.
Probably.
Got to bring that back.
Players won't do it now. Players don't.
Yeah,
wanna,
that's the thing. Everybody's all worried. Oh, I'm gonna get hurt.
they don't
Oh,
wanna
they
get hurt.
should. Yeah.
Moving on, we're gonna go into bad betting. Just real quick in the playoffs. We went 0-2 in the conference championship week. I don't know if I covered this last week or not, but we took the Bills money line to upset the the Bills to upset the Chiefs, and then we had the Commanders plus 6.5 against the Eagles. We were not expecting a fucking beatdown. So 0-2. Playoffs, we're 5-7, so we're not going to go 500, unfortunately, in the playoffs this year. But we did go over 500 in the regular season, so we did something right. This week, we're not doing spread. We're not doing money line. We're going to take the over 48.5 points in the Super Bowl as a one-liner bet. $25 pays $22, so you have $37 roughly. I think some apps have it at 40, set at 49.5. I was seeing too. So I would go over on each. I just think the last time they played in the Super Bowl was 38-35. Both teams can score points as it's shown, even with their elite defenses. Whoever gets closest to 40 first wins the game. It's still going to be hopefully it's still going to be a shootout. So we're just gonna do the over on points because Marcus is a bastard and always roots against the Eagles and
I do. I actually think that is my least favorite team in the NFL.
It's only because I'm an Eagles fan. That's it. That's the only thing. I'll at least be like, wow.
It's that and Skinny. They threw beer bottles at Case Keenum's family and ate horse shit.
Oh, is that what it
like
is?
Skinny. Yes, Skinny.
Oh.
Like people, I'm saying it right now. People from Philadelphia are bad people, man. That's the worst fan base by far, dude. I'd rather go to Oakland with the gangsters. I'd rather go to Oakland.
Yeah, I was gonna say you must not have ever heard of the 49er Oakland games where people were just brawling each other back in the day. You're
Skinny. Oh yeah. They're fighting each other. They're eating horse shit. Fucking climbing up fucking poles. They have to grease the poles before the fucking game.
Dude, did you see the dude died? Like some guy, climbed
That's crazy.
climbed the light pole and then fell off.
Temple student or like an ASU?
Yeah, he was like 19. Like he was like 19. He was fairly young, and he climbed one of the poles and jumped and fell off. And
Skinny, they burned down their city once you guys win. That's the type of fan base we're talking about.
They're passionate. Sorry that Vikings fans aren't passionate about their teams.
No, we would never burn down a city in Minnesota for football.
For football, I was going to say, hold on.
For football.
For football. Every other things, of course.
But Skinny, are you fucking joking me though right now? These people eat horse shit. They flip fucking cars over. They burn them because they want a fucking Super Bowl. You know what? How stupid Philadelphia is? I'm gonna say it right now. I don't give a shit. You better put this as a short, dude. Fuck them. These people have a fucking statue of Rocky Balboa. Rocky Balboa is from a fucking movie, man. He's a fucking fictional character.
Okay, but it's one of the most iconic movies ever.
Yeah, one of the most iconic movies. That's what all you guys have. You had fucking Benjamin Franklin. You have a fucking statue of Rocky. You guys are fucking stupid, dude.
We have the fucking Liberty Bell, bro. We have plenty of the history stuff. Bro, just relax. All right. Oh my goodness.
No. Fuck Philadelphia.
Minnesota ain't great.
I never said Minnesota was great. I never said it was great, but it can't be as bad as Philadelphia, dude.
We're just passionate. That's all it is. It's called passion. The love for the team, the love for the game. I joked with my coworker's a Commanders fan, and I was like, "Why would anybody from the opposing team ever want to go to Lincoln Financial Stadium because you know you're going to get fucking shit on over anything. You could win and you're still going to get shit on. Just don't go. Just let it be like a 99.9%.
Yeah.
You get that one person that's the other. Just make it a complete Eagles thing.
Yeah.
Don't go into the stadium. Imagine that.
Eagles fan that got fucking fired from his job because he was harassing the Packers lady.
That's so dumb. Don't you shouldn't you can be a dick outside of work and you shouldn't lose your job.
I agree. I actually
That's
agree,
fair.
but still, he's an Eagles fan, so I don't have any sympathy towards the man.
Yeah, losing your job over it's like I don't know. I just find it stupid.
Just like it's yelling at the Packers lady, man. She's just trying to have a good time. She's like, "Oh, my Packers made it to the playoffs." You're sitting there, you stupid fucking bitch. You guys this bitch drunk, dude. He's like that one guy. Oh, do you see the video of that? It was one of the fans. I can't remember if it was college football, if it was NFL, but he had a whole like fucking thing underneath his chair of beer.
I don't think so.
Oh god, dude!
I've probably
Look
seen
up-
it.
Yeah, look it up. Look up. Football fan drinks a bunch of beer. It's like fucking like a crazy amount. Like he probably had like 16 bottles of.
Isn't it like Miller Lite or something?
Yeah, it was Miller, dude. It was Miller Lite, dude. It
It's
was Miller
time.
time for sure.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
He was just killing him, man. I can't. Let me see if I can find it. What fan it was, but it was cracking me up once I saw it. I was like, that guy had a hell of a game.
Is it a Panthers fan? Yeah, here it is.
Yes,
Panthers fan.
Yeah.
Well, you got to drink a lot of beers
Yeah.
if you're watching. The
Yeah.
Panthers.
Yeah, see if you
I
can
understand.
share it.
So, oh wait, hold on. Share my screen. So I'll share it so you guys can see it. But yeah, wife, behave yourself at the game today, of course, honey. Also me. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15 that you can see, 16 in his hand. Assuming that is covering 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's definitely a couple behind the.
Probably another 7 or 8. He's had almost a full case by
I know.
himself. And
That man's a prodigy, dude.
and what are those? Aren't those 16 ounces in the? Are they 12
yeah,
ounces?
they're bigger. They're bigger.
Yeah.
They're bigger. They're not the regular one.
That's hilarious.
That man was killing beer, dude. He was putting that shit down like it was water.
Well, the life of the Panthers fan. That's impressive.
Yeah, that's the only way you're getting through a Panthers game. I'll tell you that.
That's right, dude. That's damn right.
All right, we're gonna move into our happy hour time where we just talk about random bullshit, drink our drinks because we couldn't think of anything better to call our random stuff than happy hour, which it works. Marcus, I have a couple things, and you said you only have one, so
I got a couple things we
okay.
can talk about.
Why don't you go ahead with your first one?
All right, so I want to hear your guys' reaction on this. So this was refs. This was from a news article from the refs. We don't favor the Chiefs. NFL Referees Association says it's insulting and pretentious to suggest games officially collude to help, or officials collude to help Kansas City. Insulting and pretentious is what they called NFL fans.
Interesting.
I can't believe we live in a day. So here's how I feel like if you want to play it. If you don't think there's cheating, which I do think there's, I think ever since we got the sports betting in the NFL, there's been a lot of questionable calls towards these teams, specifically the teams that make a lot of money, specifically the team that has Taylor Swift, making them a fuck ton of money. Maybe right now, probably the most profitable franchise in the NFL.
Well,
imagine.
I think her ever since she came into play, she's helped. I don't know where they get the numbers from, but she's helped generate over $300 million of revenue.
Yeah,
Type thing.
but
which then every team benefits.
why if I was the NFL Referees Association, why would you not come out and say we're doing our best to make sure that we're making fair calls and yada yada yada. In the future, we'll look at this. Why would you call people pretentious? That's such a bad move. That's such a bad PR move for them because people are going to double down now and be like, it's all rigged. If you would say we're trying to do something, and on top of that, a quick solution with that, I want to say, is why the hell do they not just throw flags and review every flag that they throw?
It's a good point.
They just don't want to slow the game down. But it would add more commercial space. You don't
Make more revenue.
When has the NFL ref union or whatever the fuck they called ever come out and said we don't favor a team with bias and all this stuff? When you had the Patriots dynasty where people were accused where they favored the refs, that has never happened. So why are they all of a sudden doing this? Why are they all of a sudden speaking out? They don't ever say anything about after games. They don't get interviewed after games. They're trying to cover their ass because it's probably happening. The NBA had refs betting on games and getting in trouble for it and going to prison for it. You're going to tell me that none of the NFL refs probably are doing this in any capacity? I would be shocked if the number is 0.
Yeah.
Every other sports organization has had scandals, except for the NFL like this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the only reason you come out with a statement like that is because it's happening. And there's no doubt that the fucking refs are favoring the Chiefs. You can't tell me that the game against the Bills, that the refs were not favoring the Chiefs. That there's video after video of the refs favoring the Chiefs. And I'm not saying that the refs don't favor other teams, but I'm saying that they definitely favor the Chiefs. 100%. I think, to go back on Marcus's rant about the Eagles, I think that the Chiefs franchise and fan base is the worst in the NFL, and I think the Chiefs are a part of that the refs are a part of that fan base, and I can't wait to watch the Eagles beat the Chiefs on Sunday. So,
hell yeah, brother! I support that.
You know what? I'll give the Eagles this. No one got shot at their Super Bowl parade.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I need to get Gage on the pod more often, or make him a third host or something. Because fuck, he's out here at least agreeing on me with the Eagles and shit. Fuck you, Marcus.
Skinny, I cannot wait to watch that Super Bowl with you because Skinny, you're either gonna have the time of your life or you're gonna fucking hate everyone in my house. Because everyone is going to talk shit to you.
See, the problem is I can. But nobody in the house that can talk shit to me has any ground to talk shit. Where have the Cardinals been? Where have the Vikings been? Y'all are fucking ass. I'm a
huge. When I said it on the podcast, how many times? I'm a huge Chiefs fan.
At least my team made a fucking Super Bowl. The only fucking thing. Yeah, my team was also 1-1 in the last 10
years. Dude. No, I'm a Chiefs fan, dude. 3-peat, baby.
Shut the fuck up.
Chiefs are trash.
I didn't want to watch the Super Bowl from the get-go if the Chiefs were ever going to be in it. The Eagles being in the Super Bowl makes it fucking hard because it's like I got to watch my Eagles. But I just know that if I was a Bills fan and had to watch the same shit that was going on in that game as an Eagles fan and seeing it in a Super Bowl, I am going to Marcus. I don't know. You might need to put some fucking foam around your house or something because I might lose my fucking shit. I might break a TV. I don't know.
He's gonna break a TV while my family's there just sitting there saying, "Oh, fucking damn it, dude!"
The only good thing about the refs association, whatever they're called, coming out about it, is that there's at least enough people complaining about it where maybe they won't cheat in the Super Bowl. But it's also the Chiefs, the worst organization out there. And in my opinion, the NFL just in general would like to see the Chiefs win another game, another Super Bowl. So for Skinny, I mean, I'm rooting for the Eagles, but you're going to get fucked most likely is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well,
our last Super Bowl, the holding call that put him in field goal range, even though the pass was way overthrown and incomplete. Like just things like that. I get we had time on the clock to come back, but you're not put in that situation potentially because of it. Things like that. It's just the timing. It's and then like everything I always see is it's the Chiefs are one of the most penalized teams. It's not about how many penalties they get or whatever. It's the timing of the penalties that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also can't say anything either because Lane Johnson does the same shit as Jawan Taylor in terms of that whole tackle thing, whatever, false starting, whatever you want to call it. But
all the time, yeah.
And you got to be equal with it, I guess. But yeah, I'm hoping that if enough people watching that Bills game, everybody, unless you were a Chiefs fan, everyone was pissed. So I'm hoping that it does make a difference.
Yeah, I mean, people are going to be analyzing every play of the Super Bowl for sure, especially after that Bills game.
Well, the other one, too, as I was thinking about it, is Taylor Swift's family are Eagles fans. So Taylor Swift grew up an Eagles fan. So
yeah, that's crazy.
Even though she's dating Travis Kelce, she's an Eagles fan, too. So, in terms of
she was with Travis because Jason's already married. And she's really
that's what it is. That's what it is.
She was really upset about that. She's like, Kylie came up and stole my man, is what she was
So my topic, one of my topics, this one's just about the Pro Bowl. And then the other ones I have are more for, Gage specifically, with, the Packers and everything.
Okay.
How many? I just want to know if you guys potentially know how many people have won multiple Pro Bowl MVPs, and do you guys know who the most recent one was? And I can include the AFL Pro Bowls or not include AFL Pro Bowls, whatever one you guys tell me.
Most Pro Bowl MVPs. It's gonna be a random ass player.
No. How many people have won multiple of them? Not the most.
Oh, how many people total?
Yeah.
2.
No.
1.
Nope.
No, it's got to be...
3? I don't know.
7.
7 is correct.
7? Okay, yeah. I was trying to think.
That's including AFL, because the AFL back in the 60s, 70s had a Pro Bowl too. It's 5. It's 7 with the AFL, 5 without the AFL. Now,
okay, that makes sense.
Can you guys name the most recent multiple winner? He actually won it back to back. The most recent.
What era are we talking about?
Within the last 20, I'll go last 30 years, just to kind of.
Last 30 years.
Last 30 years.
Well, you got to give me. That's so crazy.
No, fuck you. Nope. Last 30 years.
Is okay? What position? Position.
It's a quarterback.
It's a quarterback. That makes
Eli
sense.
Manning.
No.
Fuck.
Pro Bowl, not Super Bowl.
No, I know. Pro Bowl quarterback, so it's someone that didn't make it in there.
It's going to be a name that you're going to be like, wow.
Really?
Interesting.
Give me a team he played on, Skinny. Fuck, that's a lot of quarterbacks.
I have no idea.
I'll give you the team that he won it on. Let me pull it up here.
Okay.
I don't know what team he was on when he won them.
Because if you give me that, I could probably narrow it down.
He was the Raiders quarterback.
Raiders quarterback?
Rich Gannon.
Yep.
That makes sense.
See, what the fuck, Skinny? God damn it.
Won it back in 2000 and 2001 as the MVP. Now the last part of that is, can you guess? There's 3 people that are tied with 3 Pro Bowl MVPs. Can you name 3 of them? And these dudes are all from the 60s.
Oof.
Oh,
50s and
fuck.
60s.
Fran Tarkington.
No.
Bart Starr.
No.
What positions?
Quarterback, running back, and running back.
So 60s quarterbacks, running backs, and running backs. 60s quarterbacks. So Bart Starr, you got fucking Fran Tarkington, you got Joe Cap.
Late 50s and everything else is in the 60s.
Johnny Unitas.
He is one of them.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, and then running backs?
Yep, 2 running backs.
You gotta take this, Marcus, because I'm lost.
What?
60s running backs.
What teams? Can you tell me teams?
If I tell you them, you're gonna know right away.
It's not OJ. Probably not OJ.
No, OJ was the 70s.
That was 70s.
Okay. Jim Brown.
Yep, Jim Brown.
Jim Brown. Okay.
And another 60s running back. 60s running back that was good. Is it someone really, 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 really like a household
It's
name?
somebody you would know.
Bears? What's his
Yes.
face? It's
Bears.
what is his name? Yeah, I know who you're talking about. It's not Walter Payton, but it's the other one before him. He was a dual threat running back. He was a good receiving and
His initials are GS.
Gale Sayers.
Yes.
Gale Sayers.
There you go.
Okay.
See,
That makes sense.
Congrats.
That was a
guys.
tough one. Yeah, that was a tough one.
no,
Marcus had to take that. I was like,
I was like, shit, dude, that'd be a good topic to talk. Nobody really talks about Pro Bowl MVPs, and I mean, most of them that won multiple are early in the '60s when it's probably a little bit easier too. But and you actually played a game, but we haven't had any since 2001.
That's crazy.
I got a question for Gage. Skinny, I don't want you to say nothing. Gage, I want you to tell me top 10 best wide receivers in the league right now.
Top 10 best receivers in the league right
Any specific order you want. They don't have to be in order, but
that's a good question. Best 10 receivers.
you can look it up. Yeah, you can look it up.
Let me look at all the receivers here because I gotta think of names. Receivers. League. Just so I can come up with 10 of them.
No, you're good. It's hard because there's so many good wide receivers in the league.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Receivers in the league right now.
Oh, Marcus, you need to get a PC.
My first one is definitely, I think he's one of the most underrated. I'm going to say Reed on the Packers is a top 10 receiver. You can disagree for sure, but you wait, and we're going to come back to this conversation. Give it a year or two. Reed is going to be one of the greatest receivers of all time. So I'm putting him on there. That's just for me personally.
Okay, you got one.
I'd probably put Nico on there.
Nico.
I think Nico's a good pick. I
for
put
two.
AJ. I gotta put. It's tough. I don't want to put two Eagles on there, but I'll put Devontae Smith over. I don't know, AJ Brown or Devontae Smith. I don't know.
Devontae's good. He's just not using much.
AJ Brown definitely is.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. Devontae has a lot of. Yeah, if they used him more, I feel like he'd be a little bit more.
Oh shit! If they use both of them more.
Well, yeah.
When you have a running back running for fucking 2,000 yards and you only throw 19 passing touchdowns and your quarterback has 14 rushing touchdowns? Yeah, you're not going to be used a whole lot.
Yeah,
Okay, so we got three.
Just a tough list. I only have three.
He hasn't even said any of like the generic ones that you would
No,
like.
I don't like the generic.
Let's get the top four done already.
I mean, yeah, you want Terry on there? I'll give you Terry.
Fuck yeah! Fuck it! All right, we don't need to go any further now. He said it. He said the one I was waiting for.
Me and Skinny have been arguing about Terry.
Oh,
and all
fuck.
that.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I would take Terry over Brown for sure. Out of the Commanders, I think Terry's pretty good. Marcus
said top 15 on the podcast last weekend. Then we started talking today, and he's like, I don't even know if he's top 20 now. Just fucking. And then.
Well, I was looking at the numbers of them, dude, and I understand. But here's what's so hard about wide receivers: Chris Olave. Chris Olave came in the league fucking talented. He has all the potential to be really good. He gets injured all the time, and fucking Derek Carr sucks ass. But you're only as good as a receiver as your quarterback. You can't really do anything more. There are exceptions to that. Larry Fitzgerald, Justin Jefferson, Randall Moss. And that's it. That's the list.
So
McLaurin.
So Tyreek Hill being impacted by his quarterback play. All right, thank you.
That's
no,
fine. That,
but Marcus,
if it gets in here,
Marcus is saying Puka.
Over quarterback, skinny.
Marcus is saying Puka is better than T-Mac. He's saying Stephon Diggs is better
Puka's
than.
Good.
No, he's not better
I'd
than
put Puka
Terry.
on there, but
Diggs
I'd put him in.
Good.
I'd put Puka in top 10, but I wouldn't put him above Terry.
Dude, I fucking love Puka, man.
Dude,
I think
you putting fucking Reed in the top 10 is crazy.
I'm saying Reed is underrated. You give him another season or two. We're gonna come back to this when Reed is getting placed in the Hall of Fame, and everybody's like, he was the greatest receiver of all time, and we're gonna come back to this, and you're gonna go, damn, Gage, you were right. I'm gonna say, I know.
If Jaden Reed had better numbers than fucking
if Jaden Reed had better numbers,
he still went. Hey, to be fair though, with his targets he only had 55 catches for 857 yards. 600. He had a decent year for what he had.
Yeah, I think they just got to get that Packers going. They got to get that offense going a little bit more, and then I think he'll be in a good spot.
He's gonna lose all the touches when they sign T. Higgins or some shit, you know.
Well, yeah, that's the only thing. We're gonna pick somebody up because we need at least one more good receiver.
Just like their star running back said today, that he likes his receivers, but they need a true wide receiver one. Did you see that shit? Josh Jacobs said that shit.
Yeah, I saw it. But Josh Jacobs, I love him, but he's kind of an idiot with that comment.
Fucking said that shit.
I love Josh Jacobs. He's our best player. Besides Jaden Reed.
Okay, wait. So Skinny keeps shitting on him. Do you like Jordan Love?
I do like Jordan Love.
Oh, I was going to get into Jordan Love conversations.
Oh, you might as well get into it now.
Well, I was going to do a would you rather have Jordan Love edition. Would you rather have this quarterback moving forward?
Okay. I want to do this.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, would you rather have Jordan Love or Joe Burrow?
Jordan Love.
Joe Burrow, 100% Joe Burrow.
Jordan Love over Joe Burrow.
I'm not taking Joe Burrow.
Okay.
Burrow, dude. Joe Burrow.
Jordan Love or Baker Mayfield?
Jordan Love.
Oh, that's so hard. I'd probably take Baker, but it's way closer than people want to admit it is. But yeah, but it is close. I like Jordan Love a fuck ton, but I love Baker Mayfield so much.
I like Baker Mayfield.
He might be my top 5 favorite player in the NFL. Baker Mayfield might be.
I do like Baker Mayfield a lot.
All right.
He came in clutch. I picked him up on my fantasy, and he was a good pickup. So
Jordan Love or Justin Herbert?
I think I'll stick with Love.
What a true Packers fan. He's like, there's only one name I'll probably choose because we get the refs. Everybody.
There's a couple quarterbacks, but I'd take Love over.
Can I go wash? I feel like that's a wash for me.
Sure, I guess. So Jordan Love, you just keep him. Jordan Love or Jalen Hurts? This one's a tough one for you? I'm actually kind of shocked.
Here's the thing. I love Jordan Love, but I love Jalen Hurts. I've been a big Jalen Hurts supporter for a while. If Jordan Love doesn't have a good season next season, then I would take Jalen Hurts.
Okay, I got a question. Are we putting Jalen Hurts on a stacked team like the Eagles, or are we putting Jalen Hurts on the Packers?
Don't need a stacked team. It's just
I was gonna say with Jalen Hurts. I mean, if the Packers in their current position, Jalen Hurts would actually benefit our team. I think. I mean, look at the Eagle. Like we just had the conversation about the receivers, so that kind of eliminates because the Packers do have receiver issue, kind of, besides Jaden Reed. So you put Jalen Hurts on that team with Josh Jacobs, I think you got a pretty damn good team. So I would
believe it or not, I think that Jalen Hurts has the potential to be better or Jordan Love has the potential to be better than Jalen Hurts. I think Jalen Hurts, to me, falls in the category of good enough to win, good player, obviously a great runner of the football, but I don't think he's great. I think Jordan Love could be great, so I would probably take Jordan Love.
I'd put Jalen Hurts
not even like biased,
above average. So he's above average quarterback.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of our team currently. Like, if it was like I got to take Jordan Love or Jalen Hurts for next season, depending on what we do in our wide receiver positions, I would maybe take Jalen Hurts and give up Love.
All right, I got two more, and then if you guys want to keep going on Jordan Love, that's fine. Jordan Love or C.J. Stroud?
Jordan Love.
Yeah, I'd keep Love for sure.
All right, and then Jordan Love or Kyler Murray?
Jordan Love.
Yeah, Jordan Love. I'm keeping Jordan Love for sure.
Hey, I just like that the only one that he had difficulty with was the Jalen Hurts one.
I like Jalen Hurts a lot.
Joe Burrow, he was like, Jordan Love right away. Fuck Joe Burrow.
Dude, Joe Burrow's so good. Joe Burrow's so fucking good, man.
There's something about Joe Burrow that just, I don't know.
Is it because he fucking has the frosty tips, man? Because I can't get over that either. But like, or shave the hair and had the freaking dyed his hair like Eminem. Like I understand it. It's like it's like me with Caleb Williams, man. Like the fingernail polish, man. Can't get over it. Can't get over that shit.
Yeah, Joe Burrow he's a little weird and just a little douchey looking for me. Like the Packers, we've always had. Aaron Rodgers got douchey later on, but he was kind of this, like, you know, he was a nice guy, kind of cute face, like fucking Brett Favre. Everybody loves Brett Favre. So, like, the Packers, we've always had a quarterback that's kind of, I don't know. We don't need a douchey quarterback.
Dude,
you know?
You guys have always had a douchey quarterback. Are you fucking kidding me? Rodgers is a fucking douchebag.
I understand.
Rodgers is a fucking douche, dude. And then Favre fucking was married and sent unsolicited dick pics to people, dude. Favre's a fucking dude.
We all slip up. We slip up. Everybody slips up every now and then. But Brett Favre, everybody's got their issues. But I don't know. We've never, I don't know. There's something about Joe Burrow that's a little.
He'd fit perfectly into the Packers organization.
I don't know. Jalen Hurts, I think, would fit well. That's about the only one that I'm like, I wouldn't mind seeing Jalen out there.
My last thing. We all know he looks good in green. So,
that's fair.
The last thing. What do you think the Packers need to do in the offseason? Are players you'd like to see them either move or potentially try to bring in?
I agree with Josh Jacobs in the sense that we do need some wide receiver help. So I think you might need to rework the offensive line a little bit and bring in another receiver, maybe a couple receivers if possible. But I think you got to build that up a little bit. And then I think we're in a pretty good spot. I mean, we got Josh Jacobs, we got Jordan Love. Defense is, I don't know. It's tough because there's the Packers always seem to be really strong in some games, and then the next game it's like, what are we doing here? So I think you need players that are very consistent. We don't really have that consistency at the moment. So I don't know if you just need to bring someone in on both sides of the ball that just can keep people riled up the whole game, where we're I don't know, we just slow down randomly, and it seems like we're often a second half team. And then, like I said, there's just games where sometimes it seems like we're just not there. So if you bring in a receiver, I think you got to bring in a receiver that's obviously respected within the league, that has a good amount of years. Like, we don't want some old-ass quarterback. I think Josh Jacobs mentioned, we should bring back Devontae Adams. We don't need Devontae Adams back on the Packers. But you do need a receiver that has some, years behind them just to rally all of the younger, like our team's super young, so you got to have a couple guys in there to, get those young guys going more consistently. So yeah, I think a receiver is definitely the biggest thing in the offseason that we're looking for. Rework that offensive line a little bit, and maybe on defense here and there. But yeah, I don't know. You need a leader. That's the one thing about Jordan Love. As much as I love him, he doesn't have. I see him out there in games, and I'm like, is this guy like leading anything? He doesn't seem like he's.
Yeah.
I don't know. He doesn't seem like he's got control of.
He's kind of like watching, because the Eagles played him twice this year. He kind of reminds me of how like Jalen Hurts is in terms of he's not very vocal. He's for sure. Like a quiet leader. He doesn't vocalize and not really lead by example. I mean, he's probably a good leader. I mean, we've made 2 Super Bowls with him. More of the during a game, if he needs something to be expressed, he doesn't express it. He just or he's quiet about it. Like that's how Jordan Love kind of feels with me. Just watch more than just those 2 Packer games, but they were losing to the Eagles both games, so isn't very outspoken when he needs to be, and Jalen Hurts has that same issue.
That's why I think it would help us if we had someone that's a little like when the game's not going well, get these boys riled up, and Jordan Love's just like, I'm just here. I'm just having a good time. I'm like, come on, boy. Let's get going.
I mean, it's like the reverse of Rodgers, though, because I think Rodgers is a terrible leader.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's always been a terrible leader. Like, he's like, dude, him screaming at people on the sideline. And it's not like a let's get it going Brady type thing. It's like, you fucked this shit up for me. You're making me fucking look bad. Like, Rodgers has always been like that. But Rodgers is so talented, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like you need a little bit of someone who's, like, willing to get a little hyped up, but not in the way Rodgers approached it. You need, like, get these boys riled up, but don't be an asshole about it at the same time. So,
yeah. All right. We're going to move into our Super Bowl picks to wrap it up, which I think we've already kind of figured out who we're rooting for throughout this podcast. Marcus and I, Marcus, you kind of need this one. Last week I didn't reveal what our playoff records were because I completely forgot because I'm an idiot. Playoffs, I'm 8-4. I went 1-1 the conference championship week, and then you were 6-6. You went 0-2. So
because I took the teams I wanted to win, dude.
Yeah. So you need the Super Bowl to be right. I am taking the Eagles, of course. Gage, it sounds like you are riding with the Eagles also, or are you?
I'm riding with the Eagles. Let's fly, baby.
And then Marcus is going to be a
Chief. Wait.
Wait.
Let me get to it. Wait, one second. Chill out. You can edit it if you want to.
He has some like motivational speech for the Chiefs.
Yeah,
like a Jameis Winston, like Jameis Winston pregame speech about the Chiefs.
No, chill out, dude. Chill out.
Put your money to work.
Fuck.
Oh, got that. Ruin the moment.
Wow, maybe if somebody paid for the no ads.
I don't want to see shit about Hy-Vee, damn it.
Gonna start calling you Darth Vader now instead? Darth Hammer? Is that your new fucking nickname?
We don't have access to that music. We can't use that.
I'm pretty sure you can.
Someone's gonna get us.
Yeah, I think you're all right on that.
I think you're good.
You know what? Taking the Chiefs. Fuck you, Skinny.
You're a bastard. I was waiting. I was waiting for him to play Fly Eagles Fly and shock me, because he's a true friend and pal. But instead, he just. You know what? He's like, you've already seen them win one Super Bowl in your lifetime. I can't have you win.
You don't need to, Skinny.
You don't need to. The Vikings don't have one yet, and I need the Vikings to win.
Skinny, you cannot. I swear to God, if you win a championship against me this year, you fucking go on and you win the fucking pick'ems, the college football play, whatever the fuck we did in there, and you win a fucking Super Bowl. You watch your team win a Super Bowl. you're gonna be too high on life, and I just can't have that happen.
You think I give a shit about college pick'ems? I beat you by 3, and then you destroyed me by 19 in the NFL pick'ems. Why the fuck do those matter? I don't care about
I'm
those.
talking about our college football thing.
Oh, the league that I won, that I got no
Yeah,
money out of
you can't
because
have
they're
a trifecta.
bastards. Yeah,
No, you did get fucked. You got fucked. Well, I'll say it first. Do you pay DJ yet?
I did. Regretfully, I hated every second of it. So we did a college football, like you pick like teams, and then like you get points for all their wins during the season and stuff. Last year, we paid. I think it was like $10 for the winner, right? So there's 8 of us. They won like $80 or something like that. This year, all of a sudden, I win it, and they're like, "Oh, we didn't talk about money," and people,
we didn't talk about it.
yeah, we didn't talk about money.
So the same people, we have a fantasy league with a dynasty, and same thing fucking happened, and we paid him. So, are you doing my league again next year, Welch?
Yep.
You have a good time with it this year?
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah,
Wait, isn't he in the dynasty too?
No, he's
No,
not.
Not in the dynasty. Okay, I couldn't.
Yeah,
Dude,
I already got another dynasty going. So
I don't know who's all in the dynasty. I forget.
Yeah, dynasty drafts coming up here.
But Super Bowl, everybody enjoy your time. I'm gonna go to Marcus's. I actually might bring a computer monitor that I don't use. Like it's older, it's like 10 plus years old, and if I get pissed off, I might break that, so I don't break your TV.
Dude, you should. That'd be hilarious. Dude, I just want to see you. If you guys get beat, can we do it for the pod, dude?
Yes.
Can I just take a video,
Yes.
over video of you just boom?
Yes. I will punch a computer monitor.
I might have to put up a couple TVs in random spots for it too, but Skinny's coming just for the wings.
I'm gonna
dude.
eat. Yeah,
making the
I'm gonna eat at least 2 or 3 pounds of wings. That's all I know. I ain't gonna drink. I'm just gonna eat a fuck ton of wings. I took Monday off, so I either can cry.
Oh, you did take it off?
Yeah, I ended up taking it off. I can either cry or get super drunk, and either one is. I mean,
shall we kill a case, dude?
I don't know. I don't even know what time I'll be. I might have to leave. My wife has to work the next day, so I don't fucking know. I don't know how that's gonna. But all right, thank you for joining, Gage. Thanks you for being on the pod.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, guys. Appreciate you. Go Eagles.
Go Eagles. Go Birds. Go Birds.
Yeah. Let's fly.
Fuck
Eagles,
you, Marcus.
Let's go Chiefs, dog.
Absolutely not. Cheers, boys.